We're losing!
Teamwork, guys, more teamwork.
They're burying us alive!
Well, shit.
Jeez, Louie.
Honey, don't you want to beat those bastards? In my book, we're gonna be winners.
Listen, I ain't got nothing left for you to sign, because you're training like a damn bum, you know that?
Screw them.
What are you doing? What are people doing?
Is this early access too?
Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Get out there now and do the best you can.
What the hell is going on? Wednesday night, Matt. I'm not used to seeing your face on a Wednesday. Is it Sunday or Wednesday?
It's midweek hump day. Hump day, Mike.
You getting your hump on?
Barb's got work.
Such is life. We got a couple cats. No, never mind. Welcome, everybody. Episode 134 of the Bad Fodder Figures podcast. Once again, we're missing Eric. He's got some work duties to do tonight in downtown D.C., so he cannot make it. He is once again missed. Hope everybody out in chat is doing well. We got some housekeeping to do right off the bat, Matt. There's no new Epic Games between Sunday and today, so don't worry about that. We're now on two more new places. You can listen to us now on Pandora, for any people out there that have Pandora, and we're also on something called TuneIn. So 2 new places you can hear our lovely dulcet tones every week. And
how about that?
Yes. How about that? And let me just make sure this is correct. Yep, let me go up here. Sorry for the bright light on the screen here, but this is this. Look at this up on the screen right now. Look at this. We have iPhone cases. I'm not sure.
Holy shit!
Not sure why they listed the iPhone twice, and why they list the images here 1,000 times. But I can't control this. But you want a bright blue one? Look at that blue. That's like the old school, like Philadelphia Phillies blue. Remember when baseball teams, their away uniforms used to have that blue color a lot, baby blue. And you got a black one.
Expos had that.
And we got a dark gray. Now, I don't know if this is a heather gray, a dark gray. Don't know. But
where is the Cincinnati red or the Bengals orange?
Well, the issue is this is a much larger issue that we're dealing with here, Matt. Is we only have this one fucking piece of artwork, really, right? And it's a transparent piece of artwork, and it does not blend well with other colors like that. Okay, so.
Okay.
So what we need is we need a hell of a lot more listeners. That's one. And then 2, we need someone to say, "Hey, I really, really like you guys, and I want to do some artwork for you." And we can give them some publicity. They could give us some artwork, and we'd be off and running. With some other designs. That's really what needs to happen. But yeah, you can listen twice, Robo.
I agree with Bricko. Where is our Android covers at?
I can only give the people what they offer me, and right now it is just iPhone cases. Okay.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, that is probably it's probably neck and neck right now as far as phones go. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But hey.
Yeah, Bibbs, I think we've been in a lot of those places that I announced last show and this show, but for some reason they're just giving me notifications that we're now live. So there's when you're big time influencers like us, sometimes you fall at the bottom of the we're not really big time.
And to be fair, we pick and choose where we want to be. We like people come to us and say, "Hey, we want your show on our stream." It's like, we got to think about this, and it's a rigorous test to get through. And hey, Pandora's made it, so We're there.
Matt, look at Jay's request in there. Not Iron Hail, but Maniac's request. Now, you should show him what type of device you have now that you can pump things up with.
Oh, are you talking about this?
Look at that sleeve. He just pumps. He just goes off and pumps.
That's to test my biceps or something. I guess I don't know. Numbers and shit come up and it records them. And I don't know what the hell doctor wants to know. I don't. But anyways, yeah.
So let's get out there and just say right off the bat that
the advanced plug actually is not that difficult.
Other than that, we're going to try to do game night right after this. This is not going to be a traditional like long ass show, although we're already rambling on here. So if people want to stick around and do the old whatever, is Chase in the house? Chase really has to bring the fibbage. Otherwise, we're going to try to do Among Us. And
Yep.
Bibbs, I don't know if you heard the Among Us news, but they already canceled Among Us 2. I think it was just announced a little while ago. They've already canceled Among Us 2 because they're going to spend all their time making Among Us 1 better. So.
Okay.
So Among Us 2 has been canceled. They're going to spend all their time devoted on Among Us 1. So, yeah.
Well, that's fair because we couldn't even get into the fucking game last week, so.
Yeah. So, Matt, we got three news stories we want to talk about here. Before we dive into that, do you need to update us at all on the phone thing, or is that still a thing in progress? It's, people are waiting out there and with bated breath about.
I know. I'm getting messages all the time.
Yeah.
I'm getting messages all, and it's still in limbo. But my son got an email yesterday afternoon saying your order has been canceled. Your money will be refunded within 72 hours. So we're waiting patiently to see if those funds get refunded or not. But you got confirmation number, and this was from Verizon Online, not from the store. So we should, within a few days see a refund in his bank account.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Hoping so.
All's well that ends well.
Again, why I need this shit.
It's just, as Eric would say, it's just money, Matt. It's just money. Why are you getting so upset about it?
It's true. It's true. It's true.
All right. So there's a couple big news stories this week that we want to touch upon. Bricko, we said at the top that Eric is doing work duty tonight. I think there's stuff going on in D.C. because RBG passed away, and I think he's got to do some detail work or something like that. They must be having services or something of the like. So he is in D.C. at the moment. So the Xbox Series X and the Series S went live on, what was it? 2 days ago. Tuesday, right? 1 day ago. Yesterday. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday.
Yeah, today's Wednesday. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's been a long. It feels like a month ago. Anyways, it was yesterday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. The pre-orders went up, and I don't know what was worse. Sony just sort of releasing them. Well, not Sony, but the retailers releasing them off the cuff at just random times, or everything going live at 11 a.m. They both seem to be less than ideal experiences. But I think we've weathered the storm, so to speak. I know when I first attempted to buy them, you couldn't get anything for about a half hour, 30, 35 minutes. No action was going on. You couldn't get them from, Amazon didn't have anything going on. Best Buy, I know for links for you, were like 502 errors. I had some other errors. It was just a cluster for a good 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was very hectic there for a while, and I gave up after 20 minutes. I was like, well, fuck this. If by now they're gone, and I kept trying, and we can tell by the green shirt, the green lights, I think
It's go
what
time,
happened.
baby. It's go time.
It is go time. I was lucky enough to get one through Best Buy. Came in, I kept hitting that button, finally came up, said, zoop, 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 zoop. And, all my information, Matthew Helmer, all that shit came up, and I was like,
Those
bye.
Are by the way, those are technical terms that he just threw out there. The zip, 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 zip. Those are real. Mm-hmm. Those are our technical
That's what happened.
terms.
That's what happened when I did it. It's like the fucking screen went zoop, 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 and shit, I was like, fuck, it's ready to go. So I got the confirmation email. I'm one of the lucky ones, I hope. We'll see on November 10th if I get the actual, email confirmation that, hey, it's ready for pickup. We'll see.
All right. So Best Buy for you. So I was sitting there in panic mode. I wasn't able to procure one. I'm, like everybody else, F5, and I got the Microsoft store up. I had Best Buy, and I had Amazon. Those are the three sites. And I even got desperate at one point. I went to Sam's. Right, because I think like either Ryan McCaffrey or Jeff Keighley might have tweeted out that Sam's was going live.
Yeah.
So I finally got Newegg to work, and I got to admit, I got to be honest here. I thought I was getting an X, and I was just so enthusiastic just to fucking like it was going through, and I was like, holy shit, this is working, and I hit submit, and I got an S. That was the first. I finished. I was like, "Nah, son of a bitch! I got an S, not an X." And then I eventually got an X. I think someone, maybe it was Jeff Keighley again, that said Amazon's now live. Go to Amazon. So that's where I got the second one from. I got the X through Amazon.
So you've got both the new Microsoft console pre-ordered, right? You got what you got coming from them?
I got the X and the S.
And from PlayStation, you have what?
Two with the disc and one digital. So five in total.
So go ahead, finish your thought.
Well, what I was going to say is, the more and more I'm reading online, these digital versions I feel like are being shunned by retailers, brick and mortar retailers, because they may be upset that this is taking away some of their business, right? Foot traffic, right? So they're saying there's very low percentage of digital versions of the PS5, and the same with the S. At least initially out of the gate. I'm sure once the dust settles, they'll be more popular. So part of me, I mean, if these things are going to be limited, I might just hold on to them. I don't know. I need to weigh that option. But clearly, I don't need 5 of these things. I assume one of the disc ones that I have that Eric is going to ask for. So that'll be taken care of, and then I'll be down to 4, and then I just need to figure out if I want to keep these more limited digital versions for posterity, or maybe I'll hook my those digital ones up to my PC again and can do some console streaming like I used to do. You know what I mean? So
my question to you. Okay, I know me. The only one I was able to get was secure with the Xbox Series X. Okay, I'm super excited. I'm very happy. I'm thrilled. I can't wait till November 10th now. Okay. With you having both, what are you more excited for? What do you want to see? What are you excited to see more?
Wow, that's really an open-ended question. I mean, I'm excited. I think anytime you get a new console,
that's why I asked it.
I think anytime you get a new console, you have to be excited, right? I feel like Xbox has already tipped their hand, like what to expect. Like I already got sort of like the new UI in the store. And I think that is snappier already. So I feel like I have a little bit of that X experience. Certainly I'm excited for PlayStation because I don't know what the UI is going to look like. They're so tight-lipped about everything else. We don't know how they're handling remote play. We don't know how the controller is going to feel, what the battery life is like. The list can go on and on, right? So I think I'm equally excited for various reasons. I want to see the full picture of the Xbox ecosystem and see really what they're going after. And I think for the PlayStation, I'm excited to see new tech and a quieter system and seeing their spin on this, haptic feedback and the 3D sound, all that jazz. So I think they're coming at it in different angles.
What's nice too is you got the X coming out on November 10th, and then a week later is
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. I'm sorry, 2 days later. So you got a little time to play with that before the other one comes in. But
right,
I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping that my pre-order actually goes through and things happen. That November 10th. I actually, Oh, thank you, Bibbs.
Stacking that.
Thank you. I'm actually, looking forward to the 10th, getting that email, that phone call, whatever, that text saying, hey, your order's ready for pickup. I'm going to be gone, and boom, 10 minutes away to Best Buy, pick it up, and coming home and set that son of a bitch up.
Well, here's the pressing question for you, Matt, because we know at one point, when we started this podcast journey way back, you were very, very tight with the money, right? And so you don't have a whole bunch of TVs in the house. You got a wide breadth, but not a whole bunch. What are you going to be doing with the original Xbox that you have, and the original Xbox One and the Xbox One X?
So the original Xbox that I bought from you is upstairs in my son's bedroom. He uses it. Okay, that's like the home system, so he can play all the shit, get Gamepass, all that stuff. The One X is right here, which is what I'm using on the computer here, or the TV right there. 4K here, 4K there. But so that's my question I want to ask tonight is, so what do I do now with that One X? Do I need it still?
Can you give Christopher a bump? Do you want to give? He doesn't have a 4K TV.
That's not going to happen. No. If anything, I'll take the One X and put it in the room upstairs, in our room upstairs here, for that TV, so he can watch, use streaming and all that shit. Okay, then I'll take that Roku out in the garage because the Roku in my garage died. Maybe I don't know. No, that's a legit question though. What do I need my One X for anything? Because I'm going to be playing Destiny. I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk, Borderlands, which all have free upgrades to the One X. So it's not like I need to keep my, X for anything, right?
So you need to decide if you feel like you have a need for like some sort of media device in that room upstairs, or is it worth it to you to go to the hassle of trading it in somewhere for cash or making a private sale to someone? You know what I mean? Like how much is that? $100 to $150, $175 if you push it to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the only thing I see trade in for is if like a GameStop PS5 or something came available. They had a deal where you could trade that in for a PS5 and maybe for that, what's that $300 version? I'm sorry, the $400 version, right? $399 was it just this one?
Yeah.
I could trade it in towards that to get maybe half price or something like that. I would do that, but otherwise it'll probably go as a media center upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same. I'm in the same boat. I only have so many inputs, on the TV, right? So, I think with PS4, it's a little different because we don't know what they're going to do with backwards compatibility. We don't have that full picture yet. But with the Xbox, with smart delivery and everything, backwards compatible that they're pushing, to have an Xbox One X and an Xbox Series X on the same television is redundant.
I agree 100%. That's why I was wanted to confirm that tonight and make sure. And I think Xbox is coming out guns blazing this time around with everything going on with what they've announced so far. They've been pretty open with everything. It was a little confusing as far as backwards compatibility and that with the Series S and what games it'll play and stuff like that. Kind of things that it can do and can't do.
Did you hear the news? You hear the news, Matt, that they said Amazon, the Xbox One X, jumped up 747%, they didn't sell 747% more units, but in sales rank, They jumped up like 747% spot wise, which I don't think is a huge number, but like enough. Either someone got confused and fucked up, or someone really got excited about some of the other news we're going to talk about in just a few minutes and said, you know what, I'm all in on the Xbox One X now, you know?
I can see that, but I think a lot of people bought the wrong fucking thing. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to realize that when all of a sudden they get a shipping notice from Amazon or Best Buy say, hey, your order is shipped. You know, and they're getting something this fucking Saturday. Like, wait a minute. Saturday's not November 10th.
Right.
Why am I getting some already? And then you're going to have a lot of, you know, a lot of kids at Christmas are going to be disappointed when little Johnny's mama and papa don't know what the fuck they just did, but they think they bought this thing. And come Christmas Day, and the kids are like, fuck. You know, we talked about this last week on the show, you know. So, oh, absolutely. There's going to be a lot of surprise people.
What do you think of that whole thing with the stores not having a lot of these digital versions of the console in stock? You think that's just a supply issue from Sony and Microsoft? Or do you really think, like someone was alluding to, I think Wario, maybe someone like that was alluding to on Twitter, that Amazon has so much clout that they can say to Microsoft, you know what? Yeah, we're really not interested in selling the S that much. You know what? We just, you know, we'll sell the X, but we don't have too much an interest in selling your S.
I mean, that's some tinfoil hat shit in a way, because, I mean, Amazon still sells digital copies of games. So what they're going to sell a game no matter what, right? They're going to either sell it physical or digital.
I don't know.
So,
well, didn't Sony pull all their digital games off of storefronts like Amazon? Can't you only buy Sony?
I don't know.
I don't know if Microsoft's done the same thing, but I think Sony definitely has taken, I think, all their digital versions of games off like places like GameStop and Amazon. You know, they just try to take all those sales in-house. I think if you have to buy a digital game, you have to do it through them. And I think even Sony might have, I don't know if they've stopped selling the gift cards digitally. Maybe you only could buy physical. I'd have to look into that more. But there was a story about a year or so ago that Sony did something to stop selling digital versions of games elsewhere.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know. I can't really answer that. I don't know what, you know, all in the back of what's going on with all these people and stuff like that. But I
what do you think Amazon makes? Like, if they had a Series S, right, and it's $299, how much do you think Amazon makes off that? If you had to guess.
Probably the same as any other retailer, I'd imagine. I'm sure it's probably the same across the board. Same with the games they sell and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wonder what that number is. Is it like, do they make $10 off a console? Do they make $5?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing that, you know, maybe Microsoft and Sony are paying more for at Best Buy and Walmart is they have to buy that shelf space. You know, I've always heard that people say they got to buy that shelf space. I don't know if they got to do the same thing with like Amazon, you know, or if like online orders are different or whatever with that stuff, or even like Best Buy or Walmart.
Well, someone else is going to have to start like an economics podcast, because what the fuck, I don't know.
I'm sure Amazon, Best Buy, you know, they buy the shit from Sony and Microsoft, and then it gets shipped to them, and they store it in a warehouse somewhere, and they get shipped out to us when we buy it. Okay, just like a car, you know, from these dealerships buy cars from GM, they get taken to the dealership, okay, and they get sold. And then GM gets some money back, and the dealer gets the rest. So I'm sure it's got to be the same type of situation going on, I would imagine.
I would think
nothing's free. No. Nothing's free.
I guess my overall point was, if they're making pennies on the dollar on these digital versions, maybe that's just not enough for them to fucking say, you know what? Give us the ones that have potential. Someone's going to buy a couple games with it at the same time. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's more. I'm sure there's a significant amount that, you know, I'm sure they're between like Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop, Amazon. I'm sure Microsoft has got deals, and Sony too. It's got deals with, okay, Amazon, you're bigger, you got a wider audience. We will sell you these games for this much, okay, and then you resell them for your $59. So you're making $10, whereas GameStop might only be making $6 off of a game. Just round numbers,
Well, here I got a new feature for all you. Let's have a show of hands in chat of all the Xbox fanboys out there. We have yet another reason, Matt, to be super duper duper excited about the Xbox Series S and X going forward, and maybe even just the current gen. They are now going to allow you, it looks like, people are out there testing this, download any game to your system even if you don't own it. Right? So what this means is if you are interested, let's say you're interested in a game and you're teetering on the edge of buying it, you can download it to your system. You open up whatever your favorite site is to look at reviews, or you listen to a podcast like us, and you just listen to hear a couple impressions, and you say, yep, that sounds good. Boop, buy it, and as soon as you buy it, it's live on your console. So they're going to, and the same thing with disc versions, right? So you can, you pre-ordered a game like Cyberpunk, right? And it's coming, you got the physical, because maybe you got a sale or whatever, and it's coming in the mail, but they're going to allow you to download it, the digital version, download it on your Xbox. So when you put the disc in, boom, you're ready to go.
That seems beautiful. That seems awesome, man.
Right. How many times have you bought a disc? You got something around Christmas, birthday, or whatever, or you just bought it of your own free will. You're all excited to play it. Then you got to stick it in. It's got to do the update. It's got to install it and all that.
Just like my wife.
So now they're going to let you, no matter what game it is, download it. And then, you hit buy digitally and unlocks, or you put the disc in and the DRM feature checks. Yep, this checks out. Boom, you're good to go.
I mean, it makes sense because when you buy digital, it downloads the game. Sometimes you can pre-download the game, okay, before it's ready to go. And then at midnight, it unlocks, you're ready to play. Well, if you bought the disc version, like you said, you got to put it in, you got to wait for updates, you got to wait because it's going to download shit from the internet and that. And you got to wait a couple hours maybe. I love this. I love this idea. I love it, man. Fucking download it. And if you want to buy it, it's right there. You say, boom, buy, done, gone, whammo, bammo. You're playing the game.
Yeah. I mean, to Bricko's point, why do you need a disc on your console? I think, Matt probably agrees with you. For some people like me, I like getting a discount here and there. And, I got like Ghost Recon. I know I haven't opened it, but I think I got it for like $10 on a disc, right? Sometimes you get those deep cuts that don't come to the digital version.
But a lot of digital versions are getting a lot more discounts here lately. It seems like you're seeing a lot more
end of console cycle. They want to move units, right?
Sure, mm-hmm. Yeah. But I see with the more digital, with Gamepass, with more digital going on, I see. I'm hoping for more digital discounts like you do with the physical version.
I have a lot of unopened discs, Bricko. It's a sickness, okay?
It's valid. The man's got 5 consoles coming, all right? I'm
just going to be, like I told the guys in our private DM, I'm just going to slightly open these boxes and just smell the plastic for about a week.
He's just trying to sniff plastic.
Yeah. One hand dirty panties, the other fucking the plastic.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my! Oh my!
Oh, no. Oh. All right. So I'm happy, Matt, that you have an Xbox Series X.
I'm happy. I'm excited. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for Cyberpunk on that thing. I can't wait for Destiny on that thing. I'm looking forward to it, man.
I'm looking forward to it as well, and we're happy to report that our good buddy Jeremy, Hoodie Ninja, has procured one as well. He has no interest in it, and he has quickly transferred the rights to Glovebox. So Eric will have an Xbox Series X as well.
That's nice.
And I assume Matt hasn't made any offers to pick up my extra PS5, so I assume Eric's going to take that as well. Matt, these things you don't know about Matt. He likes to do things on his own. Doesn't like to tie up other people's finances. So he's going to find one on his own.
Yeah, there was a lot the past couple weeks wheeling and dealing between the four of us behind the scenes. Like, hey, I got this. I can, I don't. And as much as I wanted to, I'm not comfortable with doing some of that shit. Because I don't know what's going to happen between now and I'd rather just do it on my own,
Makes sense.
But, I don't want to be having something come up and it's like, oh, what the fuck,
So I think Bricko has access to my my Google Doc. I think he's been like using a cheat sheet to see what we're going to talk about next.
Oh my!
And the other big news this week, Matt, came out of the blue, out of nowhere on Monday, and coincidence, right? Right before the day before pre-orders, maybe to drum up a little sales. The Xbox came out of nowhere, Microsoft came out of nowhere, and they have acquired ZeniMax and Bethesda. Now, holy shit! That is a big to do. I think they were rebuffed by Warner Brothers. I think they really wanted WB Games, and they weren't able to pull that off. I think WB has since been taken off the market by AT&T. So they got Bethesda for $7.5 billion fucking dollars.
What a bargain!
To put that in perspective, Disney bought Star Wars for $4.02 billion. Now, maybe with inflation, that is a bigger deal now, but $7.5 billion to acquire Bethesda. And so that means, they get access to all sorts of franchises, right? So what are some of the franchises, Matt, that come off the top of your head when you hear that news?
Well, Fallout. Fallout's the big one, right?
Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, right? Prey, The Evil Within, the new game
Doom, right? Doom's in there, right?
Yep, Starfield, Wolfenstein, Dishonored, and the list goes on. So it's a big deal. They have a lot of work to do. There's no doubt about it. They have a lot of work to do because I think they have. Microsoft has a propensity to meddle, I think, in some of these franchises or get in the creative way. Look, let's be honest here, since they've acquired the Gears franchise and Halo, those games have been mediocre at best. Okay? So they would behoove themselves to stay out of the way and just be the facilitators of cash and let Bethesda be Bethesda and not try to meddle in their games. Having said that, I think Bethesda has a lot of work to do themselves. I think the last Wolfenstein game was just so-so. Doom really didn't do much for me with all this, traversal in their last game. The Fallout game I really loved, but we know how buggy those, Bethesda Works games can be, the Todd Howard games. So they do have a lot of work in front of them as well. But I think on the surface, it's huge news for Microsoft.
Oh, absolutely! It's and it builds in that Game Pass.
Right, those games should be coming to Game Pass. I know a lot of those games were already on Game Pass. Bethesda was an early adopter of Game Pass. Fuck, I was playing Prey and was about 99% of the way done with that game on Game Pass, and it ended. If you remember, we talked about this on the podcast. Like, what was I had to do? Just sit there at cliffhanger or fucking buy the game and finish it? And I ended up buying it.
Yeah, I think between EA and this now, Microsoft is all in this whole Game Pass thing.
And they say they're not done.
No, there's more out there.
They're the fucking goddamn New York Yankees of video games. Right? They're just buying
Very well
up.
Could be.
They're just buying up, studios here, left and right. Now they have Oblivion and they have Bethesda, so people are automatically speculating we're going to get Fallout Vegas 2 now.
Well, there's all types of that shit going around saying that there, here, and there.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, it's very interesting in how this all shakes out. So, like Minecraft, I think does very well for Microsoft being on all the platforms. Right? Do they do that here? Do they let Fallout 5 be on all the platforms, or do they keep some of these exclusive? They say they're going to handle this on a case-by-case basis, and they're going to honor the current,
agreements, whatever, licensing, whatever is probably going on.
Yeah, Tango Gameworks, I think, has a game, Ghostwire Tokyo, or Tokyo Ghostwire. I might have that reversed. But that game and Arcane's game, Deathloop, those are PS5 like timed exclusives, so they're going to keep their commitments for that, and then everything else is going to be on a case by case basis.
I mean, you don't spend $7.5 billion to not keep some of that shit for yourself.
Well, there's just so many different ways to come at this that I'm confused. Like, they can keep buying up all these studios, right? And then they can put these games on Gamepass. It ups their money. They get the subscription money, right? But then they can also ship those games over to Sony and get that money from Sony. Why wouldn't you do both?
Licensing money.
Well, publishing money. Yeah, they're just,
Sure.
I agree. So not only are they making money off the Game Pass and sales, but they're also having their competitor send them money. So they're making their competitor spend money and giving it to them.
Yeah.
That is some monopoly shit going on right there, maybe.
Well, as for people that can pay more than us to decide. But I think that Microsoft, they're in it to get the game. They're in it to make some time exclusive or say, hey, we get all this shit. You want it? Come pay us. Put on your fucking system.
Right.
You know what, Sony? You get your 5-6 exclusives. What else you got to play now?
I think I don't see them making a ton of Xbox exclusives here. Personally, I don't. We'll see what happens over time, but I do see them sweetening the pot for Xbox games, meaning it's going to be on Game Pass, smart delivery, your saves carry over. Maybe now they'll get the exclusive content deals. Hey, an extra mission or chapter or DLC just coming to Xbox.
Oh, time exclusives, all that shit. Yeah,
and then the base vanilla game goes over to PlayStation. So it's a huge deal. It's a somewhat seismic shifting deal in the console world.
I mean, they didn't just go out and say, you know what, fuck it, let's buy Bethesda for $7.5 billion. I mean, there was a lot of thinking and talk going on about, okay, what is the value in doing this? What are we going to do with it when we buy it? And it could have been anything that they were buying. Say, okay, what's in it? What's in it for us? What's the value of doing this? What can we do with it after we buy it? They didn't just go out and pay $7.5 billion just to say that they did it. There's going to be some shit down the road that's come from this. Say, okay, this shit's ours. I agree. Yeah, let's license it to Sony or Steam or whatever. But hey, this shit's ours. We control it. We can do what we want with it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're an Xbox person and you have no interest in Sony, and you got to feel very good about the console that you just put plop money down on. They're making smart moves, consumer friendly moves. Now they just got to bring you the fucking games, and one way of not having games is buying someone that can give you the fucking games.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Mike, you're very lucky. You've got both consoles communicate. I think people that have both of them coming, even people that just got PS5 or Xbox, I think both they're going to be really happy. They're going to be satisfied with what they're having. These are very powerful machines coming to you. Especially PS5 with those games, exclusive games they got coming out. I mean, there's going to be some happy shit coming up here.
Well, I mean, it's just, and I don't want to get political or anything, but with all the craziness going on in the world right now, it's a great time to get these consoles and new games like Cyberpunk. Just to not just say that what's going on in the world isn't important and you shouldn't pay attention, but man, if you need a fucking break at the end of the day, and don't be a slave to your phone to read all the news, man, it's a great time to be in games right now because you can just escape and get away from the fucking craziness.
We need a sound clip of you from a couple months ago saying it's too soon for these consoles to come out.
It still is. I guarantee you something stupid's going to happen and they're not going to get delivered here. Something's going to go on. Some poor guy has probably got permanent, or woman has probably got permanent mask marks on their face because they're working overtime slapping these machines together. You know what I mean? But I'm still excited, though. I am excited. That's a good point, Matt. I'll take my lumps. I'm not afraid of it. All right. We got people waiting on game night. So we have one more topic here, and this is around PlayStation. And sort of to recap what I said last week, or just a few days ago, we're buying these machines, especially I think the PS5, largely in blind faith. I already talked about we still don't know how the UI looks. What is the controller they're saying is the DualSense with the haptic feedback. A lot of people complain about the DualShock 4 that it only has 4 to 8 hours of battery life. They haven't told. They said the new DualSense has stronger life, but they've given us no approximate time. What does strong mean? Does it mean I'm going from 4 to 8 hours to 8 to 12, 12 to 16? They haven't given us any time. They don't know. They tell us 99% of the games are going to work backwards compatibility, but they haven't given us any details of how that's going to shake out. Is it going to be day one, over time? And, remote play they haven't really gone into. Are they doing anything more like, Xbox is doing? Have they made any improvements to that? Have they made any improvements to PlayStation Now? A lot of this stuff just feels like it's going to be the same old, but just on the PS5, and there's no real improvements. They haven't given us any sort of indication. And I think slowly there is news coming out about how they're handling saves, which is not good. They're talking about the no free PS5 upgrade for PS4 Spider-Man players. So if you already own Spider-Man, you're not getting a smart delivery. They're not going to give you the game next gen. You're going to have to buy it. And if you do buy it, it's a remastered version and your save doesn't carry over. I think the only way maybe your save carries over, and again, we don't know how they're handling backwards compatibility. Someone asked Insomniac, if I have the disc and I put it in my PS5, will it work? And they said yes, but no one's confirmed that my save will carry over. And more, I'm thinking it's not. So the full statement is Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered is an enhanced version of Marvel's Spider-Man and is included as part of Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition. How many fucking times can I say Marvel's Spider-Man in a row? In addition, players who purchase Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales on PlayStation 4 can upgrade at no additional cost to the PS5 version and can take advantage of a paid upgrade to download Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. There are no plans currently to offer Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered as a standalone. Players with a copy of Spider-Man on PS4 can purchase Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition to experience Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered on PS5. The Marvel Spider-Man for PS4 also will be backwards compatible on PS5. So there's no free upgrade for the PlayStation 4 game. You can't even just buy it. You have to buy that Ultimate Edition.
Did Cyberpunk, they now, you can buy it now and you get the upgrade. Is that just an Xbox thing? Is that not PS5 too?
That is PS5. That is a that's not a Sony.
So it's a publisher thing.
CD Projekt Red, yes, has confirmed that.
Gotcha.
They've come out and said you only have to buy the game once.
Okay.
So they're saying here it's backwards compatible, but they have there's no confirmation. Okay, great, it's backwards compatible. I had the disc, I put it in, boom, I'm ready to go. Do I pick up where I left off, or do I got to start at ground zero again?
Right.
I like Sony's first-party games. We lost Matt. Where'd you go, Matt?
I'm here. I got. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
I got to piss.
He's got to go. I'm all alone. I'm in the pyramid, and I'm all alone. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel they got the great first-party games, and it sounds like their console is going to be really, at least on paper, good. But are they going to fucking bungle this? They're going to do some non-consumer-friendly things to turn a lot of people off, I'm afraid. I'm used to this. A lot of people just fucking up and leave me. Here I am, just sitting here holding the bag. But what do you guys think? You guys leery of Sony screwing this up? Having a great machine, but then doing non-consumer friendly things to piss off a large base of their audience, their player pool? But what's the first game? What does that mean, Bibbs? Tell me. I'm concerned. Yeah, I think that's true, Bricko. I think they both will fuck something up, but I think Sony's fuck up is more than a fuck up. It's pre-planned. It's pre-meditated. Where Xbox could have a fuck up that could just be, oops, we forgot to flip a switch somewhere and we're correcting that issue. Where Sony, it feels a little bit more calculated. Jay, I wonder if they're getting cocky and making mistakes, or is, like you just said, their system antiquated and they're just sort of stuck in these parameters that they can't get out of because they didn't forward think about things like smart delivery and cloud saves and cross play and cross saves, and they're in this sort of like use banking terms. They're like in an old banking system, and you ever go use banking software, you know how old and clunky it can be. Is their back end code like that, and it's preventing them from doing these fan friendly type things?
Mm.
You feel better, Matt?
I feel much better now.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Sony, I think they're kind of on the tail end here of everything right now. Microsoft's been very open what's going on. Sony's been a little, kind of tight, like we've said with what they're doing and that, but we'll see. Who knows? They could come out and surprise. There's a lot of stuff, between now and November that could happen, and we'll see.
Yeah, I'm worried. I mean, I'm still buying these things. I'm still looking forward to it. I think the PS Plus collection is a great offering. Again, we don't know if that's going to be live day one or if that's just going to be, filtered out over time or not. I'm unsure, but I would hope Sony does. Maybe Sony is smart enough and they've planned these little story beats along the way between now and November 12th, right? That they'll have little showcases or little blog posts showing you more details of what the system can do to get you excited. But you'd think you would have done that a little bit before pre-orders. Not that pre-orders were impacted at all, right? So,
yeah, I don't think any of the news came out. I think both did great selling out the pre-orders.
Here's some bits now because I can't do it while driving.
Excellent.
Challenge. That's a challenge, Jay. Actually, no, it's not. Don't do that while you're driving.
So you're not scared, Matt? You're confident?
I mean, there's some nervousness in there, See, until everything's in my hands and stuff like that, then, but, yeah. I think Sony and Microsoft, they did what they could do. Microsoft tried to control the pre-orders. Sony it just kind of happened. Either way, failed. So
look at this schmuck who just resubbed.
Jesus Christ! About time.
All right. we have one voicemail, and then we can wrap this up and we can get to game night. I hope everybody that's in chat sticks around, joins us in Discord for the game night. So let's get to a voicemail here. This guy called in 3 times the other day, and now only has called once. If he called,
he learned his lesson.
If there were any other voicemails out there from floating around from him, I didn't download them. I just grabbed this one.
Perfect.
Yo, what is up? How things be? What is new? I called last time. It wasn't last week because it's freaking Wednesday and you guys are doing a show. Like a bunch of fucking people who do shows on Wednesdays. So this is Lois, by the way. I'm calling because I got a hair up my ass and the hype was too much, and I got a Series X pre-ordered, and yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. I feel like I'm more excited for that than I am the PS5. It's really weird. I don't know what it is, but that's what I feel. And you should always trust your feelings, you know? I don't know. Deep down when your feelings are feeling stuff, you should always trust those feelings because, they make you feel stuff.
Feelings.
And yeah, I said that. So yeah, what are you looking forward to playing first? I just threw this question out there to another podcast somewhere, and I'm recycling it to you guys. Sorry. Next time I'll do vice versa. But what are you excited to play on whatever system you get first? I know there's going to be a whole bunch of options for what's already available. Nothing new and crazy, but we got the Fortnites, we got the Destiny 2s. I'm going to try out Destiny 2. Maybe I'm not going to buy the new expansion because it's going to be on Game Pass. So it looks like Xbox might be my new home for Destiny 2. So we'll see about that. Other than that, I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing the new Ori on Xbox, on the new one. And somewhere I want to play Witcher 3. I know I got it on PSN and it's on Game Pass, so maybe I'll try that out. But we'll see. So peace out. Have a good show on Wednesday. Bunch of nuts.
All right, thanks, Los. Destiny 2 is already on Game Pass. Just came out yesterday.
Yep. Forsaken and Shadowkeep.
Did they make that update yet where they got rid of all that other shit? Or is that not until the thing comes out in November 9th?
That's when Beyond Light comes out. Yeah. That's when all of the other shit gets vaulted, as they say.
So what are you going to play first, Matt? I know you're deep into Destiny 2, but you're really hyped for Cyberpunk. What do you think? You bounce between the both?
Yeah, I think obviously it'd be Destiny 2 first because that's going to release on November 10th also. Yeah, I think Cyberpunk's the 19th, I think, right, for Cyberpunk.
Yep.
So it'll be Destiny for that first week, week and a half, whatever. And then once Cyberpunk comes out, I think it's going to be Cyberpunk all the time. Just get into that and play that. And I'll probably end up getting Madden, on the new console. I'm going to wait, I think, to buy it until then because I'm not sure what their upgrade policy is for that. So I'll probably just hang out and wait to buy it. But I'm really looking forward to Cyberpunk. I think the hype is real for that game. I hope it delivers. I think graphically, I'm hoping to be impressed. So, yeah. Yeah,
I mean, we've talked about this before, but the next-gen version of that game is not coming for some time. You'll be able to play it backwards compatible, and there's going to be some sort of temporary shininess to it that's going to give you a boost, but the full-fledged next-gen version of it won't be out for a while.
I am looking, Destiny 2 at 60 FPS at 4K. That should be pretty hot.
Mm-hmm. You lather up, huh? He's got the Vaseline in one hand and the fucking and the pump in the other, and you'll be good to go.
I got the box of Kleenex right here, just waiting, ready for
You'll have the meat bat like nobody's ever heard of.
That sausage is going to be greasy. Speaking of sausage, man, how about all of us cooking sausage tonight? Man, that was good. Thanks a lot, Jay.
Yeah, Maniac posted a great photo last night of him having some sausages and sautéed peppers and onions.
Yep.
And I said to the wife, Lynn, I said, you need to go out and pick some of this stuff. So she went out food shopping a little while ago and came home. She was not able to procure the same kind that Jay had, but we did have a similar type of sausage and with nice sautéed onions and peppers. Not the green peppers. I had some orange and yellow.
Yes, yeah, a little color in yours.
Yeah, you got to eat the rainbow, Matt. You just can't have.
Yeah.
So it was very enjoyable, and there's enough left over for tomorrow too. But you know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna be eating tomorrow sausage again for lunch. I'll grill it up and have my fucking onion and peppers and shit. God, it was so tasty.
It's going to be sausage season here soon.
It is.
That's one thing the pandemic has ruined. There was nothing like going to like an end of summer, early fall baseball game at Fenway Park, and you're walking behind the Green Monster, and they have all those sausage carts out. And you've had a bunch of beer, and you're on your way home. You get one of those $5 sausages with all the fucking fixings on top. Yeah. Haven't lived until you had a Fenway sausage.
Give me that sausage.
All right. Anything else you want to discuss, Matt, before we jump into game night?
No. Thanks, everyone, for chat and everything coming in on a Wednesday night.
I have something to
join us. Oh, yeah. We got an unboxing. Yeah. But while he's doing that, chat, thank you very much. It is awesome you guys showed up tonight on this last moment type of thing here. Appreciate it very much. A reminder, we would not be here Sunday night. We won't be here Sunday. Mike's abandoning us. I get the night off. Looking forward to it. It's going to be sweet. What does Mike have? What's in the box, Mike? What's in the box? What is it? Oh, those are the best. Oh.
That should come over great on the fucking podcast.
You know what they ought to do? They ought to start feeling those with like fart smells. So when you pop them, it smells like farts. Look at that. Now, what is that for?
It's for the Android phone, Xbox Bluetooth controller for Android plus the clip. But I'm thinking I can just use it for my Android tablet and not worry about the clip.
Okay.
Picture on the back there, that clipping action. So we'll see what happens with it.
Is this from Amazon? Because I would like to have something like this.
Yeah, Amazon. Yep.
Nice.
8-bit do.
Nice.
Yes. So thanks everybody in chat tonight. The usual suspects are here. We appreciate your allegiance or subs, or your attention is always appreciated. And once again, Eric is missed. Eventually he'll be back. Unfortunately, we're not recording Sunday like Matt said, so it'll be another few weeks or so before you hear him again. Hopefully he'll come back with some hot takes, Matt, on all the news that has broke. I'm curious to hear.
I'm sure he will.
Because Eric was always saying, I need to get in touch with Phil. I need to talk to Phil. So I need to hear Eric's take on the Bethesda news and where his hype level is with the consoles. So with that, I think everybody in chat knows how to get it. Is in our Discord, so we don't need to give out the link. So just give us a minute to wrap this up, everybody. Let's play the outro, and then
we'll be in the open channel.
We'll be in the open channel in just a few minutes, fellas. Okay?
Yeah.
Hang tight.
Get me a drink refill, and I'll be there. Show off something.
Show me your nuts, man. You know, Matt, showing your mixed nuts there. There used to be this homeless band outside the Rat in Boston with these two homeless guys, right? And the name of their band was called Mixed Nuts, and they played cardboard instruments. Okay, so
wow.
They made no sounds or anything like that. They were just sitting out there. They had cardboard that they found. They cut them into the shape of guitars and stuff like that. And they'd be sitting out there like, Chuck Billy or Angus from AC/DC, just slapping on the cardboard and stuff.
Just like air guitar shit?
Yeah, exactly. And they had like a little bowl or whatever for like tips and things like that. Mixed Nuts.